The company which is next going to come is Freshara Agro Exports Limited. There are some audio video, we'll play that.
The crunchy magic of global cuisine. Pickled gherkins. Fresh and flavourful. From Freshara Pickles. Tangy. Spicy. Crunchy. Bold. A mix that speaks every flavour, every taste, every mood. Only from Freshara Pickles. The crunchy magic of global cuisine. Delicate crunch, pickled with care. Fresh and flavourful. Baby corn from Freshara Pickles. The crunchy magic of global cuisine. Bite-sized sticks of bold flavour. Spanish banderillas from Freshara Pickles. The crunchy magic of global cuisine. Pickled and preserved. The perfect kick of jalapeno fire. Fresh and flavourful. Freshara Pickles.
Good afternoon, everyone. The products shown are the product portfolio of Freshara Pickles. Most of us here may not be aware that gherkins is an Indian vegetable which is grown and 100% exported out of India. There's a huge requirement across the globe, but there is no great domestic consumption. So we, Freshara Agro Exports, we have emerged as the third largest exporter of gherkins from India. We do not only gherkins, but many other products, as we've shown in the videos here. We have two production units in Tamil Nadu in the same district, which are very close to the growing areas of gherkins. We cater to about more than 40 odd countries in the world, majorly to US, Europe, and Russia. Our source of raw materials is gained only from contract farming, whereby farmers grow everything under the purview of our team, which ensures that we get the best products and we export them across the world without any pesticide residues. We are IFS and BRC certified. We are certified to A grade, which is the highest certification in the industry. We have two production units, as I mentioned. One is a export-oriented unit, 100% EOU, which also imports a few products like olives, onions, and we re-export them as a product called banderillas, which you've just seen in the video. Since inception, almost every year we've been awarded as the best exporter from different associations, in fact, from the state government as well, and also from the central government, from the Ministry of Export Processing Zone, and from ASSOCHAM every year. Our vision is nothing but to, take Indian gherkins to the corners of the world and to maintain a distinct taste, because it is not a commodity at the end of the day. It is a specific vegetable which is flavored to every different country in a different way. So we want to be the best supplier of gherkins, in the specific taste, and to consistently cater to the world and be a part of every global cuisine. As I mentioned, 2 years back we were ranked as third in the industry. I expect us to be the number one in the industry in a couple of years from now. We started in 2015, and in 2019-20 is when we ventured into other products, because we thought that there were several vegetables which were exported from across the world, and they were very similar to gherkins. For example, olives, onions are also processed and exported in the similar manner, but there is very little awareness. So what we started doing is we started importing these products to India, repacking them, and giving better quality than compared to countries like Egypt. So Indian products are highly liked by global customers, because we tend to be giving them the best quality. I mean, the defects are close to nil. But when you compare us with Turkey or Egypt, who are also an agri economy in some parts, they are not as good or as the best. It's a consumable end of the day, and any B2B customer buying from these countries may not have the outcome compared to what they buy from us. I mean that the end product will be comparatively better if it's exported, from India. We were a B2B industrial packaging unit until 2021, and during the COVID phase, we ventured into retail packaging because a lot of our customers wanted white label products to be supplied. In 2022, we were almost full to our capacity, and we started establishing the second unit. In 23, as I mentioned, we reached a turnover of about 190 crores, is when we are ranked among the top 3. Today, as of last year, we finished at 250 plus crores, and I'm expecting us to be in the number 2 position, and hopefully we'll be number 1 in a couple of years, as I mentioned. Last year we got listed. We raised 75 crores, out of which the machinery, the funds were used to source machinery for the second unit as well as working capital. In 2025 Jan, we were quick enough to start the production in the second plant, and today the second plant also contributes to our growth. In short, we have a decade experience in the industry. Compared to any other peer in the industry, we have a vast a brochure of products so that we can cater to many countries. One of our units is an EOU, another is a DTA. As I mentioned, EOUs are helpful in importing duty-free products and re-exporting them without any additional cost. We are present in more than 40 countries. We expect to double to close to 85 countries in a couple of years now. Last year, we've shipped around 30,000 metric tons. It is quite a large volume, about 2,000 odd containers out of India. So we are regarded as a very large exporter at the moment. Most of our raw material, as I mentioned, is sourced from contract farming, farmers who we've developed through the years, who we behave very closely as family, not only in material but also in our day-to-day life. So we have a very robust network which spreads across 3 states, which helps us bring in crop. In an agri industry, though being cyclical, we bring crop to our factory at least 9 to 10 months, ensuring that we run the unit at least 365 days in a year. A small explanation of how we do it. We do a lot of contract farming. The logistic part of it, the growing part of it, the quality part of it, everything is taken care of by us. We have a strong field team, which consists mostly of a generation from the farmers themselves. We ensure that we absorb them in the system so that the technicalities are there. I mean, they maintain product quality as well as loyalty. We give employment to majorly to people from the farming background, which helps retain the farmer for a very long time, as well as come out with a product which is liked by our customer. The entire end-to-end system is done by us. We do pick up from the farmer's field. We do not allow the farmer to come to us. So thereby, a farmer is he gets a guaranteed return. Second is, this is not sold locally also. There's no open market in India for this particular product. So he doesn't have an option to sell in the open market. So what we do is we gauge him in a certain way that end-to-end, the raw material is supplied to us only. And he is also happy that he gets a fixed cost when compared to your tomatoes and your onions, which sometimes have a steep fall. So our processing unit's job is to process the crop within 12 to 24 hours of arrival, because that's the life cycle of the product. Beyond 24 hours, if not preserved, it goes bad. That's the task which we do. We have both units equipped with skilled and unskilled labor. We ensure that the product is sorted, defect removed, washed, and clearly packed in industrial packaging as well as retail packaging. The product stability time is about 10 to 14 days, and thereby we start repacking them and exporting them depending on the country which we export to. Every country has a different packaging system, a different flavoring system, and a different end-to-end requirement. Again, India, as most of us here don't know, is a very large farming community of gherkins. These gherkins are present only in South India. This crop was first brought to India 30 years back to Karnataka, and today it is there in Karnataka, Tamil Nadu, and Telangana. Karnataka has the major yielding seasons. Tamil Nadu and Telangana play support. Our units are centrally located to these three states so that we get crop as early as possible, and as the cost of transportation is very high in India, so we ensure that we are very close to the farmers. India accounts to about 15% of the global supply. You can say we are monopoly in at least 60% of the products. If India doesn't supply this product, there is no raw material available. Competing to India, there is Egypt, there is Thailand, there is Turkey, but the volumes are very less. US and Russia also produce this product. Germany also produces it, but only to a very small extent, because they don't have manual labor, they use harvesters. So the yields are very less. You can say that for one yield of theirs, we get 45 yields. So the ratio is 1:45. So that way we play a major role as a raw material supplier to the world. We export to more than 40 countries, and there is a lot of scope to do more. These are the states where we supply. See, end of the day, we are not only a producer, but also the supply chain is very intensive. Why? Because, again, as I mentioned, the timeline to save the product is very little. You have to save the product in a single day. There's no point in keeping it in a cold storage and processing, because end of the day, it rises the product cost. So we've handled capacities to about 150 to 200 tons in a single day on peak, and we continue to do so by investing in better machinery, better units. Yeah, we support farmers with contract farming, and through the years, our yields have doubled. Everybody has the same question. Farming may be dwindling, but the yield which I received 3 years back and the yield which I receive now is about 2.5 times higher. It is majorly because we use sustainable practices. We ensure we give the farmer the entire irrigation material itself. It doesn't cost much because the government has subsidized it to a great extent. The farmer gets the subsidized money. And we supply them with mulching sheets. So the farmers who don't have enough water also are able to grow this crop. Persistently, consistently, once a gherkins farmer is always a gherkins farmer. So the farmer which I had incorporated in 2015 is still a farmer who supplies to us. We ensure that the farmer gets paid on time. That is very critical because he doesn't have an ability to finance the crop. He's majorly his family, and he's able to attract a lot of labor to harvest the crop. We harvest it 45 times, so every day is very important to us, and this helps us be on top of the world. Our raw material is mitigated. We don't, we've covered the risk by expanding to 3 different states, very deep into Karnataka and into Andhra. If there is a heavy rainfall in one particular state, if there is a crop failure in one particular state, we have a cover up in another state. There is overlapping crop, and which helps us. Being in the agri industry, we can say that we've never had a crop failure, or we've consistently grown, and climates really don't have an effect on us. This is a global footprint where we are. Russia is the largest consumer, but unfortunately due to the war, the sales are limited now. But we happen to, in simple words to say, we control the Russian market in this particular product. Hopefully if the war ends, we'll have multitudes of sales from this particular country. US, yes, US we do about 5 to 6% of our shipments are to US, not more than that. And Europe is a larger consumer. Through the years, Europe has outsourced this production to India. For example, the product called Bandilla, which we've seen, was first manufactured or handmade in Spain, Italy. Today, they cannot afford enough labor because the labor is mostly from other countries, or they don't have enough papers to work there. So this product has got outsourced to India, and we are pioneers of this product. The sales to this product is growing every year. This product mainly involves import of 2 other raw materials. One is from Netherlands, the silver skin onions, and another is olives from Spain or Egypt. So we bring it to India, we repack it, and we resend it. We are still cheaper than making the product there itself. We have, as I mentioned, we have 2 units. One unit was started in 2015, and the other one is started in 2025. We started with industrial packaging. Today, the first unit does about 3,000 to 4,000 jars per hour, and the new unit does about 6,000 jars per hour. The new unit was majorly set up because the first unit we had used it to at least 100% of it in about 23 itself. So we wanted to expand, and we had a lot of demand. So we went for a newer unit, and we've set it up in a very decent capex compared to any other industry, wherein this particular unit can pull at least 300 crores of sales in a couple of years. This unit is operational now, and we expect to enhance the production capacity in the coming year. We do a lot of gherkins. We also do baby corn, jalapenos, chilies. We are trying to venture into peppercorns. We do bell pepper. As I mentioned, we import olives and re-export. We are trying to compare ourselves with Egypt, where Egypt grows the product, Egypt exports the product, but we are trying to bring it to India, pack it from India, and achieve the costing which Egypt is doing. Global customers, as I mentioned, like Indian products more than Egyptian products, and I hope it will catch up soon. We are also trying to venture into vacuum packaging and dehydration method of packaging, which are similar to the industry, and they have a similar customer base. This is the product photos for you to understand that this is how the product looks. Most of us may have not seen this product. This is what we import in fresh, and we process and we re-export. This is our product portfolio, starting from baby corn, mandillas, bell peppers, cherry tomatoes, pickled jalapenos, gherkins, and chilies. Chilies have about 26-30 varieties which get exported. There's a lot of demand for chilies in Mexico. Though Mexico is a chili producer, we also export to these countries. There's a different kinds of packaging which we do: industrial, food service, and retail packaging. It helps us cater to every corner of the world. Our product goes in different packaging and reaches the customer. Product-wise revenue verification is nothing but, gherkins, as I mentioned, is a bread and butter of our company. We should do about 300 plus crores in the coming year, and this is a 2,300 crore market from India. We are about 10 to 15%, and about 50% of the market is fragmented into small companies, farmer-owned companies, and the 50% share of the market is easier to achieve, and that is what we are targeting. Bandrillas, bell pepper, and other products are also catching up, and they together combined is another 2,000 crore market. There's a lot of demand because of crop failure in Thailand, Vietnam, and a lot of other countries. In fact, this year there's a crop failure in Germany. So this will help us scale to better growths. As I mentioned, Russia is the largest importer of this product, but we were able to compensate the sales from Europe, Iraq, and other countries. Our top 10 customer base is, 30 to 40% is what we fetch from the top 10 customers, and every year we are adding about 10 to 12 customers. Our whole customer base in the world is about 112 customers. About 80% of our customers are always buying from us. You can see the quantity we've produced through the years. We started with 1,000 tons. Today we are at 30,000 metric tons. Our export values have also consistently risen, and as you see, logistically also we are quite a large player. We are shipping liners are very fond of us. They work directly with us. This is a certification, as I had mentioned. We are probably one of the only exporters who is AEO certified. AEO certification goes only to logistic operators, but having a large scale of exports, we are also AEO certified. We are a 2-star export house. We should be doing a 3-star export house soon. As I mentioned, the consistent awards we've achieved since inception, and every year we are targeting to be the #1 exporter. This is the management team, me included, and Mr. Iqbal Ahmed is my father, and Asma Said is my wife. My father is a civil engineer, and he is responsible for the infrastructure which we've grown, multitudinally. We are also called the best paymasters in the industry because we work with farmers and we work with suppliers. In fact, before the MSME rule of 45 days had come, we used to maintain a credit cycle much lesser than that, and that helps us get at good prices. We do not maintain multiple credit lines with suppliers. We have one supplier to ensure that only one quality of material comes in so that our output is the same and our product taste doesn't vary. We are expanding our products. We are trying to acquire more knowledge in the industry and products of the similar kind so that our revenue grows. This is a sum up of what I just now explained to you. This is the current shareholding. Yeah, see, I forgot to introduce myself. As I mentioned, I'm Junaid. I've got knowledge of this product through my travels in different parts of the world. I studied in UK and I've traveled immensely in Europe. In the year 2013, 14, 15, I've seen several products of India manufactured in India but by other MNCs. There would be a single line called Product of India for these products. And the manufacturing company would be the parent company which is already there in Europe. So this is what triggered me as to, it was in fact grown in my native village. When I came back, I found the fields very close to me. But again, the MNCs were tapping the entire supply chain, growing it, packing it, reselling it and everything. But they were doing at a very high cost. They don't show profits here in India and they show profits abroad. So when I started small as, this interested me that, Indian products are consumed globally. Not every vegetable from India is profitable. Most of them are loss-making. Some vegetables which are preserved, see, we have a shelf life of about 2 to 3 years. When we do retail packaging, it's about 3 years because it's heat treated. And it contains at least 3 times or 4 times higher water content than your regular cucumber. It is your cucumber only, but it has higher medicinal value, higher yeah. So yes, this was my foundation, and I hope I interested you with the presentation. Thank you.
Very good. Very nice. You can answer. The floor is open for Q&A. Any questions? Yeah, there are no questions at all. Yes.
Hi, sir. Am I audible?
Yeah.
I'm Nirvan from Bangalore. So, can you tell us, out of your exports, like, are you doing it completely in somebody else's brand, or are you supplying on your own brand? And what is the mix of retail versus, larger packaging?
See, I am a B2B supplier. I supply to the factories of the world. I also do white labeling to brands. So basically, a factory to the world in the sense they manufacture their own products, they label it and they export. They sell it to the retail chains, but they are not always, in full capacity because they cannot grow so much or they cannot import so much. So we manufacture for somebody else. We briefly did in our name. During COVID, in fact, we launched our brand in Russia, but the brand was so large that they came back and said they wanted it in their name. So we talk on volumes because this is a volume product. It's a volume game. You cannot make money when you do less. So we are more than happy to cater to Walmart, Lidl, Aldi, rather than having our product there. It also carries end user liability today, which we are away from it, and we are able to scale up our manufacturing, and that is our primary goal.
Sure. And supply chain wise, you said that 50% of the market was fragmented, led by small farmers. So how do you see, first of all, like, what is your ability to defend your market share here? Why can't somebody else come in and sort of get a larger share? And secondly, how do you see this 50% fragmented share moving towards the larger players?
The farmer-centric factories are very small. They don't have working capital. They basically produce and supply to larger companies. We buy crop, we as well as buy products. So, we don't allow the market to be controlled by somebody with fewer products because at the end of the day, the price, becomes less. So what we do is we continuously buy those products from the smaller farmer groups, thereby, you can say cornering the market share. We have a potential to offer the product off the shelf. Our marketing is so strong that mostly we run out of stocks. So we buy from the 50% of the market. I think eventually they will have to die down because they cannot survive only by selling it locally. It's an export product. And we also have plans to acquire plants which are of smaller sizes, which can do job work or contract manufacturing for us.
Okay. Thank you.
So thanks for the very nice presentation. I have like couple of questions after your con call that you had after last financial reporting. So what is the status of this capex that you are building? You are putting a new plant, right? So it's
our plant is ready and it's functional.
Yeah. So now your capacity compared to the last financial years, it's
our capacity has doubled.
Doubled. And also like, so you are very in close margin with the second, like, you know,
Yeah, the
the
leader in
French
the
company.
industry,
Yeah. So now, what is the status?
We should have crossed them.
You should have crossed already. So you are the second.
There's no official data, but we should have crossed.
Cross them. So you are now second biggest
I'm
producer from
expecting to
India.
be, yeah.
Yeah. My third question is like, because you are wants to create or go into different vegetables. So now, like any kind of like, so how it's the other vegetable segment, how they are like growing compared to the last.
We do. I mean, we are in the phase of doing R&D. We've supplied some trial products also. When you compare gherkins with all of it, gherkins is still very large. As I mentioned, it's a 2,300 crore market, and we are somewhere around 300. So that will continue to be the bread and butter, and these will take their own time and develop. And we are focusing now. Now we have a bigger production facility. We will have multiple lines for each product. That way we'll be able to timely supply to customers with new products.
And you also plan to like take your products in US branded like Walmart, or if I don't remember. So what is the status?
See,
like?
Walmart, Little Aldi, they work on tenders, and it's in their own brand. They don't allow your brand.
No, but if I remember, you plan to go into this branded.
Retail. See,
retail.
Retail segment. White labeling is easy. Producing for somebody else is very easy because there's a large demand. Producing for your own self requires, as you know, licenses, end user liability. You need to have a marketing office and everything. That is on works, but it will take a little bit of time. And now, after establishing our second unit, we expect it to be free, but the production line is already running full. So, the day when we have a little bit of more buffer in the production line is when we'll try to add, our own products to it.
And this current production capacity you have, like, what next time you like? What's the next capex you think you will need?
See, we will try to add 2 production lines in the 2 units which we have. This we have already started negotiating, and probably by end of financial year 25-26, we should be having 2 extra production lines. Thereby, we'll be able to do more retail products.
Okay. Do you will be needing like fundraise for that or something, or it will be like there will be equity dilution for that, or
We not necessarily, because this is not a very capex intensive industry. Every machine is sourced locally. So the next capex may be required only probably to acquire another company, but not to.
Yeah. And in India, at what percentage CGR the geckrines are
10%.
10%. So it's a growing market in India also. Okay. Thanks a lot.
Hi.
Hello.
Kamal from Bikaner. So this jerkins you are growing, are you growing in greenhouse or like cucumber?
Not required. So greenhouses are not required.
Not required. And second question is something. See, why are you importing olive? Olive is grown in India also.
Not much. Not enough to our requirements.
Which area you have visited for procurement?
No, we import a particular variety called Manzanilla and
Uh-huh.
Azizi. These 2 varieties are preferred by European customers.
Uh-huh.
So Azizi and Manzanilla are not grown in India.
Okay.
And the variety grown in India is not enough for India itself.
Okay.
And it's only grown in Rajasthan in a very small part.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello. Nitinji, can I take one question? I'm waiting since long here.
Where are you?
Here, behind.
Yes, answer.
Yeah.
Please.
Thanks, yeah. Junetji, I think a very good presentation. Just wanted to ask you, one is on the Unit 2, right? How is the ramping up going on? Like, it started in Jan, we see the employee data is going up quite well. So at what utilization are we currently? And do we see this going to 90 or 95% by year end? That was the first question. And second thing was on the new products, right? This baby corn and olives, and what kind of market size we see there and how big can we go on that front?
Yeah, see, we are already at about 40 to 50% production ability in our second unit. I think by April, March, we should achieve 100% production capacity in the unit.
Okay.
Baby corn and other vegetables have a close market of about 2,000 odd crores. This is majorly because other countries' crop has consistently failed. Thailand, Vietnam's crop and all has failed, and they are not able to keep up to the quality of Indian crop. So this is a new opportunity which we've got, and this year we'll be the first of the companies to export baby corn to Iraq. And we did a large size volume which has kind of surprised the industry itself. So this way we are promoting new products from India. It is consumed there, just that the awareness was less that it can come from India also.
Okay, and unit 2 capacity is like 300 crore, we can say, the revenue potential only from unit 2?
Yeah.
Okay. And so last one point on the customer stickiness, like for gherkins, it's like the taste matters a lot, right? So can you throw some light on that? How much of our customers are repeat and all of that?
See, we have close to 120 customers, 85% close to that is a repeat customer. Majorly because of the 100% quality which we give and the taste really matters. In retail packaging, every factory production, the product will taste different. So we do R&D for the customer, we bring samples, we do trials, and they in fact visit us and have a team which, does a tasting session, and then they approve saying that, it's the best. So in the past, we've been ranked as the best, a tasting company. So that way that customer stays with me because he's invested 6 months, he's invested his team, money, designing, everything in my factory, and he doesn't want the proprietary information to go out.
Understood, okay. And what is the status on the white labeling with Walmart? Like,
it is a tender which we are expecting it to open in September.
sorry,
In September. September is when
okay.
Aldi, Lidl, and Walmart's tender.
Okay, great, sir. Thank you so much.
Does US tariffs impact you? If
Nobody asked it. See, it is, US tariffs are unavoidable. During COVID, you wouldn't believe my pickle sold 5 times the higher price than it is selling today. So 100 rupee pickle was selling at 500. Nobody bothered because the freights were $12,000 to USA, which are now $2,000. So US has a very good buying capacity. It's just that we Indians tend to price us lower. So there is a premiumness in the market. These subsidies, these tariffs are actually confusing the buyer as well as the exporter. 10-15% tariffs are unavoidable, your duties are unavoidable, and it should settle down. Until then, the customer doesn't know, my customer doesn't know what is the exact duty. He is not contemplating on how much the duty is, but he doesn't know how much it would cost when the container lands in US. So next 2-3 months is a confusion. They are all preparing to buy for Christmas, and in fact, they took a lot of cargo earlier. Before the tariffs could come in place, so we were able to ship at least 60% of the requirement. So we have 1 month breather. Hope the government of India and the US, come to a position that we are their raw material supplier. If we price our product higher, it is going to be expensive for them. Sooner or later, it's going to happen.
Thank you, Junaid. Nay, with this, we end the questions. Very good. We have some very senior investors in the audience. I'll call them Vasu Hemrajani, Amit Desai, Nehal Dadda ji. Nehal Dadda ji, please come on stage, please.